Thanks for joining me, Scorpio. This is your reading for this full moon in Cancer. On the 18th today in Aotearoa. We've got a shortened Celtic cross down on the table for you, but this week I'm reading from just random pages that I've flicked open for each sign from one of my favourite books, and we'll just read a paragraph. Buzz off, fly. That's from this Taschen book, the Book of Symbols. Amazing artwork, sculptures, wonderful lyrical writing. This is a fantastic reference book. So we open it up for you, Scorpio, I think kind of appropriate. Beautiful raven and crow. Let us begin. Here this is from Ernest Thompson Seton, Wild Animals I Have Known. There's a few quotes or writings here we will go through. Here among the docks and the skunk cabbages, unearthed a pile of shells and other white shiny things. He spread them out in the sun, turned them over, lifted them one by one in his beak, dropped them, nesting on them as though they were eggs, toyed with them and gloated over them like a miser. This was his hobby, his weakness. Interesting. That's from Ernest Thompson Seton, Wild Animals I Have Known. And from Esau, striding along as though he were tilling the fields, the crow. I like that. And from Emily Dickinson, in a letter to a friend of hers, 1885. Emily Dickens writes, "Dear friend, quickened toward all celestial things by crows I heard this morning, except a loving caw from a nameless friend." Though ubiquitously familiar, crows and ravens inevitably retain an aura of the uncanny, like dark angels come to set the balance of the natural order to rights. They strut and flutter through the landscapes of desert and Arctic, tropics and urban sprawl, over tilled farmland and the shifting soil of the human imagination. Isn't that great? I love that. The crow and the raven, the corvid family, incredibly intelligent birds. Okay, Scorpio. Got this annoying fly, go away. We come out today with, I'm just going to pause that for a moment. We come out today, Scorpio, with, interestingly, the Tower insight information. I think, when I was sitting here looking at this collection of cards, I thought it's as if sort of there was like this blast of insight, an impulsive desire, or someone's come back from the past, an impulsive desire to, it's just like something's happened really quickly here. We have the Tower, yes, the Eye of Horus there at the top, a great infusion of new information. Could have been a surprise. I mean, it comes with the, and it's a good thing, the Six of Cups, a card of, of remembering the beauty of just childlike giving, actually, without any ownerships, obligations, deals attached. It can be, in a literal sense, someone coming back from the past. It can be, really fully understanding our connections, these gold threads in the background here, these connections that we have with others, even though they might not be in the same place. So that's interesting. The basis of this entire reading, the Knight of Wands, very impulsive, very reactive. It's as if something's occurred here, or you've had an insight, and possibly it's through someone else. that has really fired you up here. Fired you up to bring something through. Now, recent past is this gestating Princess of Discs, one of my favourite cards. There's something that's been born here. And I do feel in the current position with the with the Prince of Cups, that it is something to do with a level of understanding, or a level of understanding your emotional thermometer, but a level of feeling a desire to share that, to actually share it with someone. It's like something, just a switch is flicked and you just want to share some kind of aspect of your emotional self, which has been possibly quite hidden for a while. This reading seems to span the past quite strongly, and actually the future, and the future is now. This is what I get, Scorpio. Moving forward, we have the Queen of Discs, sorry. So we've got the Princess of Discs and an elevation to the Queen. It's as if there's some event that's happened here. You have exposed something of yourself. I do feel that, or offered something, maybe behaved in a way that is not natural to you. And remember, these are general readings. So you've sort of, in some ways, come out of a shell, but moving forward in like an explosive way. But moving forward, we have this Queen who really reviews where she's been. So I think for a lot of people at the moment, there's a weird sort of review. I know it's the beginning of another year, but I think a lot of people are doing that because the information that we're sort of bombarded with, that's all around us at the moment, it's like things are sort of crumbling. Like what we thought, the information that we've been given has not been right in a lot of situations that are going on at the moment, has not been actually correct. Of course, we know the potential distortion of media, but yeah, I do feel like you've exposed something. Anyway, we'll go through and clarify, Scorpio. You've exposed something of yourself that you don't normally, but it's because of a very strong emotional connection, I do think, or feel, toward someone here that's appeared or reappeared for you. But there is a blurring of timelines. Excuse me. There is a blurring of timelines, Scorpio. So we just get the Nine of Cups coming out. I wasn't really focused on anything so much there. Nine of Cups, emotional independence. You know where your happiness lies. Maybe you're really starting to figure that out, and that it's okay. Scorpio, let's just see the, can we look at the Tower, please? The Tower in the central position. Maybe the Tower that's it. The penny dropped. Tower, please, for Scorpio. This has been a really good thing. This has been a great thing. People go on about the Tower. It's going to happen to you whether you embrace it or not. Yeah, well, that's true, but to me, it's often more about insight. It's about like going, yeah, oh God, yeah, I see it. I see something I didn't see before. You know what I mean, Scorpio? To clarify that, we get the card of Temperance, the card of divine timing. There was a timing element here. I think you know that. I mean, I see you as not sort of being in it, but I see you more as that Queen of Discs reviewing it at this current time. We also get the Six of Swords, mental, really being in a place mentally that's a lot clearer and calmer. A lot clearer and calmer and more conducive. It's sort of like with the Tower and this Knight of Wands, it's like the ash had to settle a little bit. Let's look at the Knight. The Knight of Wands for Scorpio. Knight of Wands for Scorpio. On another level, you could see that, maybe you got a chance to go and travel to see some of these people that you haven't been able to see for a long time. There's that other aspect to it. This is like big deal, Scorpio, whatever it is, whatever's going on for you. We get the Wheel of Fortune. We're looking at the Knight of Wands. There's something beneficial in this impulsivity. We get the Wheel of Fortune. We get the Tower again. Breaking out of a mold, breaking through some self-imposed boundaries here with that Knight as well. I do see you as reviewing all of this, whatever this has been for you. I see you reviewing it now. Prince of Cups in the current position. Please. We get the Strength card. Understanding what those things are that maybe we do project outwards. We get the Strength card, taming the inner beast. Knowing what our, emotional projections are here. Let's just see. Queen of Discs in the moving forward position. Often, often, Scorpio, I know the last reading was overcoming something. Moving forward with the Queen, we have the Hermit. And I do see this as, even though it's really quite fiery and explosive, you've kind of broken free. As I said, you keep hearing breaking the mold. You've broken free and it's allowed you to come into a whole new cycle. There's something about timelines being warped. Something about this has occurred before, or that you're reviewing something from the past is coming up for you at this time, which is not surprising if it is. What was going on for you 8 years ago, it's been a star point. Sort of activation or whatever on the 8th of January. What was going on for you 8 years ago might be an interesting thing to think about, as I see here with these sort of timelines that are all over the place. Anyway, Queen of Discs moving forward. We have the Hermit, the Hermit's journey. I do see you as having, in order to get to the Queen, in order to be the Queen of Discs, you have undertook the Hermit's journey. But I think what you're doing now is facilitating that for other people. I do get that quite strongly. There's a lot of morphing with timing involved here. It's really quite interesting. Let's have a look at Kim Cran's animal spirit cards, and we've got a journey map card. Yeah, interesting, Scorpio. We get Kim Cran's the stingray. Oh yes, the Scorpio has a sting in their tail. But now, at this time, it is tempered by a different environment, by a very emotionally expressive or fluid Scorpio. We're really lit up here. We see the stingray as a sort of as a awakened spine from, you know, top to bottom. The energy centers are all lit up here for you, Scorpio, and what is your realm? Water. It's pretty beautiful. And then we have Fortuna. I'm in the Journey Map deck. This week I'm reading these out because I don't usually. Often I just sort of generally go over them. But this week, Scorpio, I'm reading it. Fortuna. Buzz off, fly. Illumination of internal truth. Reap what you sow and process. She asks us, or he, to remember and value our inner treasure, Scorpio, the aspects of self that make us unique. This card understands that over a lifetime, many pearls have been internally polished to full iridescence within us. They encompass those aspects like virtue and beauty, the ability to illuminate truth within ourselves and for others. I do believe you are doing this, Scorpio. As this process occurs constantly, our commitment to this makes up our internal fortune. This in turn becomes a source of attraction that extends out into the three-dimensional world. In this process, we truly do reap what we sow. It tells us of the importance of self-commitment as the key to internal and external fortune. This Hermit is very committed. So, Scorpio, on that note, thanks for joining me. We'll see you next week, or next time round, I should say. Enjoy. Ka kite.